Well, it's Sunday afternoon or early evening. I just got done running 4 miles. I've been running every day thanks to David Goggins. I met David one time. I was about to get out of the Navy, I don't know, I was on the base or something, and he was a big guy. He was like 260 at the time. He looked good, looked like a pro football player. And he told me he went through 3 hell weeks in a year. I told him I went through 2 hell weeks, but back then they wouldn't let us, they didn't roll you back. You either made it or you got dropped, and I had to get back in and do my hell weeks over again. So we kind of talked about that. Had some good, seemed like a nice enough guy. Got his book, listened to a lot of his videos and podcasts, and I didn't work with him, right? But I'll tell you what I know. I can tell because he's not comfortable talking in front of people. He has to get himself real amped up, real intense to get on these shows and talk about what he talked about. Plus, he gets to talk about things he don't like to talk about. And so that makes him get even more intense. And listening to his story, some of the, Hell Week instructor making him swim out to his boat crew, there's a storm going on, and he did it. Okay, so he caught a different attitude from the instructors because of what he did, and he let them know he wasn't backing down, and they respect that in the community. In that community, I've seen more guys. I've seen two things. I've seen guys throw down. I remember seeing Rick Slater and Huey Mulaney go at it. It was like a clash of the titans. Next thing you know, they're having a beer together, right? I've seen, and that's what happens. You see the older guys. I remember Duke Leonard and Fred Fritsch. They're both yoked out. I mean, they're total specimens, physical specimens, and they're having a discussion on about to start having a GMT on the proper way to fill out a travel plan. Just, took my mind, right? In the SEAL teams, there aren't bullies, okay? And if you ain't got no gumption to stand up to somebody, even if it means going to blows, then you want the leader anyways. And David probably gave people, probably didn't want to go that far with him, but he let you know he didn't probably go that far, or he was a real good bluffer, right? But what he's done is fascinating. I'm here in the Rio Grande Valley of Texas. This is the most obese region of the United States. And I've been trying to get people to get more fit, doing things, working out doing the Navy SEAL Stretch PT, 5:30 on Friday mornings and Monday mornings, doing my running, right? Trying to get people to come with me. And I'm doing it by myself. Okay. And, trying to get, there's a bunch of fluffy pastors and parishioners that, there's a separation. This is crazy. There's a history behind this. There was a guy, his name was Picard, like the starship captain on Star Trek, right? And he was having a challenge between spirituality and science, so he just decided they'd separate the mental health and well-being, and let the faith community deal with that, and then the science would take over the physical and the scientific side of it. And learned that from this guy Greg Brannon, and because he was an archaeologist and he was tying spirituality with science, and the community gave him the boot. And then it comes out that he's right. The attitude doing like these placebo experiments, the attitude of the person witnessing the experiment will have an effect on the outcome of the experiment. And they're finding that out now. And there's all kinds of things, your certain emotional energy coming from your heart that triggers the neural pathways, or the neurons in your heart can be measured 5,000 times further than the impulses in your brain. So breaking that down, it's about 3 centimeters is what your mental energy can be measured off of your skin. And emotional energy like joy, happiness, gratitude can be measured up 49 feet to 80 feet, or to 800 feet. So it's 49 feet to 80 feet, is what it is. And so that's not just what it does. But when you have those attitudes, when you have that energy going on, there's certain chemicals released in your body that'll heal you. All this stuff, right? Then thinking about eating, man, I try so hard to eat right, and they had this dinner the other night at the church, late Valentine's Day thing, and but I had bread, and then I went to my buddy's house and he had barbecue chicken, and I had some chips that probably had MSG in it, and it just drags you down. And if you're not focused on it, if you're not paying attention, if you are not intentional about it, you're gonna have drawbacks. It's gonna cause health issues. It's gonna keep you from being able to perform. I'm tickled to death. I'm 55 years old. I just did 3 sets of 12 pull-ups, ran 4 miles, and I feel like a wimp. Thanks, David Goggins, right? And but you got to have someone like that's setting the pace and not compromising, right? Because I'll compromise. I hate about me. I don't like to compromise at all. Want to stay on the right path and not giving in. Oh, a little bit, uh, uh. Yeah, I'm. I want to live. I want to live a long time. I want to be functional for a long time. I want to have an impact on this planet. All right, so I'm trying to get David Goggins here to the Rio Grande Valley, and I don't think anybody can lay it down as well as he's going to be able to lay it down on getting the harness on your drunken monkey, your unconscious self. He has an interesting way of doing it. Basically conning his drunken monkey. Matthew Ferry plays with his drunken monkey, which is kind of similar, right? David Goggins is a little harsher. But all of this said, what David Goggins did is significant. It is, and it's he set the mark real high, and I'm going to keep pointing to that mark. And I'm going to be going for that mark. Do I want to run ultrathons? I don't know, but I like being able to be functional. I like being highly functional at my age, especially. And I think everybody else should be the same way.